I'm going to do one Texas song and then one other one. This is a song I wrote a number of years ago about traveling around Texas. Whoa.
Okay, we'll turn. Hang on. Yeah, we got you.
Way down.
Yeah.
It's still pretty. I hit it pretty hard. Got it? When the northern sky grows dark and the landscape's turning stark, I see 1,000 longhorns on the train. Captain Schreiner and goodnight, slickers on and hats never tied, as the Texas blue norther starts to wail. When I'm down in San Antonio and I'm standing all alone in front of that famous Texas shrine, Santa Ana's bugle sounds and my heart starts to pound as Travis pulls his sword across the line. Because no matter where I go, I'm a son of the Alamo. Be a Texas boy until I die. You may bury my old bones, but my soul will always roam underneath that lone star sky. I think you've got too much. If it sounds to them like it sounds to me, it's a lot too much guitar. Now I gotta remember where I was.
Right here, bro.
When I'm down in San Antonio and I'm standing all alone in front of that famous Texas shrine, Santa Ana's bugle sounds and my heart starts to pound as Travis pulls his sword and draws the line. Because no matter where I go, I'm a son of the Alamo. Be a Texas boy until I die. You may bury my old bones, but my soul will always roam underneath that lone star sky. When I hear them play Fraulein and look across that river Rhine, I think about those men that served so well. I can limits led the way, Audie Murphy had his day. Texas 36 sure gave them hell. When I'm down by the Rio Grande and look across that rugged land, Vaqueros and Chaparral, where Captain King built his ranch, Pancho Villa had no match. Franco V would tell you a tale. Because no matter where I go, I'm a son of the Alamo. Be a Texas boy until I die. You may bury my old bones, but my soul will always roam underneath that lone star sky. My perfect day would be breakfast on the XIT, supper down Matamoros Way. I'd climb Guadalupe Peak, take a swim in Barton Creek, sail across Matagorda Bay. I'd find some old cows to punch, stop by Fredericksburg for lunch, head out to the Pakes Rodeo. I'd hunt those South Texas deer, drink some cold Shiner beer, make the Dallas Fair and the Fort Worth Fat Stock Show. And that moon would look so fine through those East Texas pines as I headed for the end of my day. I'd have George straight out on the lawn, Dick with Willie until dawn, dance while Bob Wills fiddle play. Because no matter where I go, I'm a son of the Alamo. Be a Texas boy until I die. You may bury my old bones, but my soul will always roam underneath that lone star sky. You may bury my old bones, but my soul will always roam underneath that lone star sky. Thank you. If you like this kind of stuff, the three of us are gonna, once the whole thing's over, we're gonna go inside and have a little picking session, and everybody's welcome, and it should be a lot of fun. Terry mentioned I lived in Alpine for a long time. I had the pleasure, somebody asked me if I was a cowboy, and I said no, but I sure rode with a lot of good ones. And I did. I got to ride with some of the best cowboys in West Texas. And when Tom Russell wrote this song, and when I heard the song, it immediately made me think about some of those guys and what they and what we would have done if we'd have lived back in the days of Pancho Villa. I've always been been very interested in Villa and all the things he did. So, Tom Russell song. Uh-oh, went dead. Pancho Villa crossed the border in the...
There, I turned it up too much. There you go. Go ahead. Get on it. Go ahead.
I was already deaf. We got me. Pancho Villa crossed the border in the year of odd 16. The people of Columbus still hear him riding through their dreams. He killed 17 civilians, you could hear the women scream. Blackjack pursing on a dancing horse was waiting in the rings. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. Skin old Pancho Villa, make chaps out of his hide. Shoot his horse, he ate the lewas, and his 27 brides. Tonight we ride. Man.
It's,
I didn't mean to make you mad.
no, we checked for Jordan, but it's all everybody here.
I'm getting a lot of feedback on the mic and now the guitar. What is it? Are you guys hearing the guitar and the more guitar?
No, more mic.
More mic? No, I'll get closer maybe.
Do a little closer.
You got any guitar out there? Okay, we're gonna try it again, but I'm gonna start over. Pancho Villa crossed the border in the year of odd 16. People of Columbus still hear him riding through their dreams. He killed 17 civilians, you could hear the women scream. Blackjack pursing on a dancing horse was waiting in the wings. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. Skin old Pancho Villa, make chaps out of his hide. Shoot his horse, he ate the lewas, and his 27 brides. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. Rode for 3 long years till Blackjack Pershing called it quits. When Jackie wasn't looking well, I stole his fine base bits. You could ride upon his stallion, and he rode away on it through the wild Chihuahuan desert, so dry you couldn't spit. Tonight we ride, you hombres dare. We'll kill the wild Apache for the bounty on his hair. We're riding to Durango and climb up the whorehouse stairs. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. When I'm too damn old to sit a horse, I'll steal the warden's car. Break out of his prison, leave my teeth there in a jar. You don't need no teeth for kissing gals or smoking cheap cigars. We'll sleep with one eye open neath God's celestial stars. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. Skin old Pancho Villa, make chaps out of his hide. Shoot his horse, he ate till they was, and his 27 brides. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. Tonight we fly, we're headed west to the mountains and the ocean where the eagle builds his nest. And if our bones bleach on the desert, we'll consider we are blessed. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. Thank you.
Dude, you're good. You're good. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Are you still out there, folks? And some of you, of course, I don't know a lot of you folks. You're welcome. I'm so pleased you're here. But those that know me know I've had a great love and appreciation for songwriters since I was a kid. and do a whole lot, have been involved in a whole lot of songs for songwriters. And when I was looking around and getting some of the best in this part of the world for our little programs that we do downtown at the ACL Moody Theater every year, one name that came to me right off the bat is one of the best of this part of the world. His name is George Inslee. And I'm going to give you to him right now.
Thank you. Thank you, T. Thanks, y'all. I'll be standing up here. Well, I'm a native Texan. I was born and raised here, and I thought that Texas needed a national anthem, just in case. So I put all the cool things about Texas in this song, and it was an hour and a half long. I whittled it down a little bit, and I added a verse especially for this occasion. We wave howdy to strangers, tip our hats, say yes ma'am. Try to be extra neighborly every chance we can. So I'll share the wealth and beauty that you may partake of the many wonderments here in the Lone Star State. Now when God blessed Texas, He gave us a clear blue sky. Clouds just made for daydreaming, slowly floating by. He lit our nights with stars big and bright, just made for wishing on. It's a state of mind that you can't find till you go to old San Antonio, 'cause it's a Texas thing. Well, I want y'all to know what it's like living in paradise, and how we come by bragging rights. It's a Texas thing, as good as it gets. Do you ever wonder why you ain't a Texan yet? We got our own down-home cooking, got the great steaks chicken fried. Tex-Mex plate that'll set you straight with old Bluebell on the side. And got our own brand of music made for holding your baby tight. In an old-time sawdust dance hall, bathed in looking mark moonlight. It's a Texas thing. I want you all to know what it's like living in paradise, how we come by bragging rights. It's a Texas thing, well, it's as good as it gets. Do you ever wonder why you ain't a Texan yet? It's a whole nother country. One thing I never did get clear: why did we join the Union? We got all we need right here. So I thought this song would be real appropriate to add the Armadillo Day to it, so I wrote a little verse dedicated to T-Booth and all us Knights of the Raccoon. Now we meet down at the West Pole on Armadillo Day. We don't need no stinking northern groundhog to tell us when winter's on its way. We just trust old BK Bob, he's an ornery old cuss. It ain't very weatherological, but it works for us. It's a Texas thing. I want y'all to know what it's like living in paradise, and how we come by bragging rights. It's a Texas thing, as good as it gets. Do you ever wonder why you ain't a Texan yet? Painted sunsets on the Panhandle Plains, a sweet hill country rain, trees, Padre Island and a Gulf Coast breeze. It's new Lou Casey's and old straw hats. It's King Ranch pickups and old Cadillacs. It's a cowgirl on a cutting horse in a field of blue bonnets. And of course, longhorns and jackalopes, man. Everything's bigger. Once you go, you'll know it's a Texas thing. I'll be willing to bet you're gonna wonder why you ain't a Texan yet.
All right, folks, we're going to go straight to the weathercast, the Texas forecast shortly. I'm going to ask one you ask a favor. Can everybody hear me right now? George Inslee is going to do a special song, and he's going to dedicate it to my wife. My wife couldn't be with us today because she's ill. And you would do me, as your host, a personal favor. If you would be very quiet. We're here to have a good time, don't mind you. But please, listen to this song. Y'all get your conversations done for the moment and stop and listen to George Inslee. It's special to me and it's dedicated to my wife. And she can't be here with us today. I wish, Leslie, where's Leslie? Can you get it on, can you get it on for Barbara? Call her. Okay. All right, listen up and here comes George. This will be the last song before we go to the weathercast.
Thank you, T. This is for Barbara. Turn the guitar.
Yeah, I did.
I was blessed to be able to write this song with Mr. Richard Dobson. All you Richard Dobson fans out there.
Frank will get it.
I'll get it. Everybody's totally different today.
I asked for strength, and I got troubles to get me straight and strong. I asked for wisdom, and I got problems, taught me right from wrong. I asked for courage, and I got dangers to get me through my fears. I asked for answers, and I got silence that taught me how to hear. I asked for love, and I got strangers who needed a helping hand. I asked for mercy, and I got an old friend who needed another chance. I asked for beauty, and I got to see the world through the eyes of a child. I asked for understanding and got to see an old one smile. Well, I got the world in a raindrop and the promise in the seed. I got all I wanted when I got all I need. When I asked for years, I got moments instead. When I asked for a feast, I got my daily bread. I asked for wealth, and I got work, and the hands to make my pay. I asked for truth, I got a lady, stands beside me all the way. Got the world in a raindrop and the promise in a seed. I got all I wanted, when I got all I need. I got all I wanted, when I got all I need. Thanks, y'all. This is for Barbara.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, we got one more request. One more request.
Get tangled up with everybody.
One more request. My wife's at home, and Leslie, have you got Barbara on the phone? All right. I'm gonna count to 3, and I want everybody here to say, "God bless Barbara" at the top of your lungs. 1, 2, 3. God bless Barbara. God bless you, honey.
Gordon, if you're ready, come on up. Let's get this done. Okay, Gordon has his raffle every year. So we're going to draw for the framed poster of this year's deal. So Gordon, are you? Who's going to draw?
You want to draw?
I'll draw. 5 of clubs. Spades, I'm sorry, 5 of spades. I didn't play a lot of poker as a young man. I was going to church. 5 of spades.
Bingo!
Okay. Okay, I want to recognize some people that are here. I want to recognize some people from, first and foremost, we have the mayor of Lakeway and the mayor of Bee Cave here, Kara King and Tom Kilgore. Come up here, Kara. Tom, come up here, right here. These guys, they're finishing their terms. You know, how come term limits are good for the people you don't like, not worth a damn for the people you do like? But you're finished. Oh, Kara might run. She might go against you. But anyway, what I wanted to say, they both inherited a rat's nest. They got in that ice storm. They're in the middle of a boom. This place is going nuts. And I think we have probably the 2 best mayors in this part of the state. If not this part of the whole state of Texas, at least in this part. Give them a big hand and God bless them both. I want to welcome, thanks from folks. I want to thank Scott Irwin and his son Noah. They did all this setup out here. Mark Wilhelm handled all the cage setup. I want to thank, huh?
Love you, man.
I love you too, Gary. Scott, sorry. I want to thank Gary Hoffman from bringing chili. Gary is the proprietor of Paleface Feed and Garden Supply. Yeah. Guys, don't use Tractor Supply. It's a family-owned operation. Go there.
Yeah.
Troy Geyer, owner of Big Hat Can and Cocktails. If y'all never had one of those, they're awful good. Troy, we appreciate for bringing good drinking back. Least, not least, Rosie's, Vincent Ariega at Rosie's Somali House. That might be, that might be the oldest commercial establishment in Bee Cave. I swear it might be. They don't have fancy foods from Mexico City or Central Mexico. They got Tex-Mex. Go there, it's good. Support these local people. And thank you, Tom and Kara. So many of you are new out here. If I'm going to take about 2 minutes to talk about the Benevolent Knights of the Raccoon, if that's okay with y'all, and tell you who they were and what they did. I always describe them, the Benevolent Knights of the Raccoon, I always describe them as a bunch of shiftless individuals with low morals, few principles, and no visible means of support. And pretty much fit them. They were a very diverse group of people. And you know, we used to have couches and a wood stove in the saloon, the Longhorn here. And there was no telling, Terry would come down here to go to work, and there was no telling who he'd find on the couch in there asleep. For one reason or another, and we're not going to go into that. You know, with those guys, I thought I was the only sane one in the whole bunch. But mainly, the Texas Benevolent Knights of the Raccoons, we were about Texas heritage. We were totally Texas heritage and promoting our heritage. And I don't know if you can do that anymore. It's just, being a Texan is not what being a Texan meant. But we tried. I mean, we had Independence Day, we had San Jacinto Day, we had Fall Roundup, we had Armadillo Day. As a matter of fact, Armadillo Day was born right here on this porch with a bunch of guys drinking beer and getting brilliant. And the more beer we drank, the better Armadillo Day sounded, so that's where we ended up with. Oh, man.
Howdy ho!
Howdy, hell, I forgot. Where is
Right here.
Jimmy? Howdy ho, Jimmy. So we just did so much, and there was so much, you know, the camaraderie, the laughter, the friendly, just everything. And as I said, it was such a diverse group. But the beer that was drank on this place, I mean, it was brilliant. It was brilliant, and I'll leave it at that. There's a sign, I don't know how many of y'all saw that sign. We just got up the original poster over there. There were 11 people that signed that sign. The original, well, they're the ones that did the most sitting on the porch drinking beer, scratching their butts. They're the ones that signed the sign. There's 4 of us left alive. Out of that 4, 2 are in very, very poor health. But I just want to tell you, you know, the Benevolent Knights, I'll say it one time, the Coon Dicks, that went over 20 years. That deal lasted over 20 years, and I just want to say one thing. It was a hell of a ride. So thank y'all. Now, we're going to have BK Bob out here. We started late. We used to do this thing. We had a deal out here one time and it was 17 degrees. And it was 6:30 in the morning and we were here. But we got old. And so did BK Bob. BK Bob, you know, he's not going to get out here when it's cold in the morning. He's got to be an old armadillo. And he's Irish. And which Ralph tries to get him out of his burr that early in the morning cold. And Ralph stove up from 60 years of rodeoing, or not 60 years, from his rodeo days. He doesn't want to go get him. And if you go in out there early in the morning and get BK Bob out of that deal, he's going to be a mad armadillo, and you don't, with his Irish temper, and you don't want a mad armadillo on Armadillo Day. So, without further ado, straight from Comfort, Texas, Professor Al Manack.
Good afternoon and welcome to all of you. Oh, thank you. That's better. My name is Professor Almanac. I am the head of the Lone Star Weatherological Society. I have one of my associates with me today, Wayne Gage. His twin brother couldn't come today, but his twin brother's name is Wayne Cloud. Now you can't get confused with meteorological, or however you say that word. That's the folks that are on the news stations. Every news station has a meteorologist. They got all kinds of scientific equipment and maps and charts, and they tell you what the weather's supposed to be. They're wrong 98% of the time. That's the best job anybody could ever have, because nobody expects you to be right. Now, weatherologists, on the other hand, have been searching for the perfect method of forecasting the weather for a long, long time. It actually all got started right here in the hill country. There was an old medicine man came out of his teepee one morning, and he looked up in the sky, and it was a little cloudy, and it was a little windy, but it wasn't going to rain, and that became the forecast. We've been working on revisions of that for a long time. 15 years ago or so, we discovered BK Bob. Bob is, of course, an armadillo, which is the Texas state small mammal. It became apparent after much testing that we now have the perfect weather forecaster. And we decided, why should we here in Texas rely on a little hairy Yankee rat to tell us what the weather's going to be here in Texas? Hence, Armadillo Day. Now, when we turn Bill out of his hole in a minute, he's going to come down our recreation of an old Texas country road, and we're going to analyze his behavior, and we'll be able to tell you, without a doubt, when spring is going to end. And he also has developed some new skills. Political.
No, we're not going to do that. I'll get too mad if he turns left and whip his ass.
Well, let me tell you what if he turns to the left, it's going to be liberal. If he turns to the right, it's going to be conservative. Now, the reason we can go ahead and do it because you're looking at it from one way, and I'm looking at it from the other. So whatever happens, it's going to be conservative. The only thing we got to worry about is if he starts spinning around. And then we know he's had too much Lone Star, and it's going to be chaos all year long. All right, let's see what happens. Boys, turn him loose.
Come on, Bob.
That's what I thought.
Attaboy, Bob.
No shadow. I got this.
Shadows don't make any difference.
I want to take top. I guess he wants to get out. I think he doesn't like it. Come here. Armadillo. They don't?
Okay. We have got a forecast. County Field this morning saw a shadow.
Put it in on there. I want to pet it.
There he is. Sit up here and tell everybody what you think, buddy. All right. So he said it was going to be 6 more weeks of winter, and so we decided that's okay for those folks up north. We'd just assume they freeze to death in the dark. And old Bee Cave didn't see a shadow, so we're going to have probably 3 more weeks of winter, but nothing really cold. Now, Bob is exhibiting great pleasure because the future of Texas and all Texans is looking extremely bright since the election and inauguration of Donald J. Trump. Now, I've talked to him this morning. First thing he wanted to say was happy birthday to the United States of America for 250 years. And then the only other thing that I could understand him to say was, hook 'em down.
Professor, could you come out here in the light so everybody can see better?
So he can see. There you go. There you go. Look at everybody. We want to thank all of you for coming to this truly Texas event. We hope that we can keep doing it from now on. See you, Bob.
Okay, folks, if you want to hang around, there's going to be picking on the inside. I mean, we don't have to go home. This is Armadillo Day at the West Pole, so happy Armadillo.